Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to JJ's PC Builds once again. You know who it is, JJ with you once again. Didn't I say that? No. But anyway, if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe. And if you've already subscribed, which I've seen since I took my little trip, I got back. We got a lot more subscribers, but that is awesome. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the community. All you new subscribers and my veteran subscribers, as always, much love to you for all that you do, showing the watching videos from beginning to end and helping support the channel. And make sure you tell your friends too to come on down and subscribe. So, before we get started with the video today, I want to get a little bit of announcement out. I'm just going to say what my trip was about. I had to go to San Diego, and I had to spend a couple days up there because got the doctor's thing I had to do up in there. So I spent a couple days there and came back, and here I am. Also, too, do not forget, on Saturday, every Saturday, from now until forever, we're going to be live right here. Me and Dakota, we're going to be doing the live segment, so do not miss this week's segment. And I'm saying this for a good reason, because I have a lot cooking. I have 3 things I want to talk about for, this Saturday. So don't miss out. 4 p.m. right here, Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you'll have to, wherever else you are in the time zone, you'll have to look it up to see what Pacific Standard Time between your time and that time is. So I do apologize. I don't have all the times in my head. So just to let you know that. But anyway, I know why everybody's here, and y'all glad that I made it back, because it is now time for Graphics Card Nightmares right here on JJ's PC Builds. Let's go ahead and get the party started with a little bit of that, and we'll get you right to the action screen. There we go. See, now we're on the action screen. Let me resize myself down a little bit so this way, it looks a little bit better there. That way y'all can see what's going on. Let me go ahead and pull up DuckDuckGo and push it right there. Okay, now, Amazon. Let's see what they got cooking this week. And make sure when you go up to the top, I always say this, make sure you take it where the all button is. Put computer there, and boom. You're already off to the races. Okay, now 1660 Super, y'all, $169.98. I'm going to tell you, not for a first time gaming, you building your system for the first time. I wouldn't purchase that, because for $169.98 you can get something way better than that. Especially the 1030, I wouldn't even look at that. 3060 version 2, 309, I still wouldn't be looking at that. 1030, I'm not looking at that. 1660 Super overclocked for $195, that's way too old in my books. 3050, I would never touch. 590 GME, that's the GME version, the 2304. That might be something to look at. That right there might be something to look at. That's not really a nightmare right there, but it does have PCIe 3.0x16, but it is GDR5 256-bit bus. It's a little bit older version, but it's a good starter card. The 590 is a good starter card compared to the 580 and the 570. 590 gives you 2,304 SP cores. Okay, that's pretty good. That means it's on the original side. Moving on down the road. No. And no. Nightmare after nightmare after nightmare. Okay, come to the 4060, 8 gigabytes. Okay, for $300 compared to all those other ones, this is 40 series NVIDIA. It's not a bad price for $300. Okay, everybody's sitting there saying, well, it should be down around 200, 250, which it's a new series card. Not that, and this is NVIDIA's newest series card so far. Okay, but I'm going to say like this. NVIDIA's going to be having a new rollout coming sooner or later for the 40 series. So if I were you, I would kind of wait a little bit before you decide to buy a graphics card from NVIDIA, because for the simple fact that they got a new rollout going to be coming out soon. There's leaks and everything else, but you know what? We'll make another video on that. But I'm just letting you know, you might want to hold off a little bit before you buying your graphics card from NVIDIA. So moving on, 219 price went up from 209. They say 279, but from last time it was 209, so it went up a little bit. No, that's not what we're looking at. 3060 Ti, 389. No, because then you'd be best to go off with the 4060. Really. I mean, the 580, you best off to go with the 590 that I showed you if you're going to do something like that for first time buying. No. 4060, you can still get it for $300 and save yourself 20. Well, let's go back and look at that. That's a triple fan card. It's an OC, it's gigabyte. It's 12 Gs for $299. Oh no, wrong one. Oh boy. I had to go back up a pretty good ways. So $299. That's not too bad. That's triple fan, not too bad for $299. Okay, let's move on down the road. Okay. No, believe it or not, I wouldn't. I mean, unless you're looking to collect cards at this point and you've already purchased, your gaming PC, your gaming graphics card for your PC, and you're just collecting cards now, truthfully, I would more or less think about going to, compared to the new and to the used, you might want to weigh your differences, is because you might want to look at the new price compared to the used price and see what you can get between the two. But I can tell you with some used prices, they're like new prices. So you're best off to get a brand new card compared to a used. Let's see. I would never buy that. I have already went through that with them. I'd never touch them again. All right. We went through Amazon looking through some of the nightmares and some of the good ones. And, I can't really see but maybe one good one coming out of Amazon. All right. Let's go ahead and roll to Newegg and see what they got. Let's see what Newegg has cooking on the graphics card series. Okay. Now, let's see what they got. Oh, we don't want that, so. Okay, 6650 XT, still around the same price. 5500 XT, still around the same price. 6600, still around the same price. Nothing's changed since last week. The 6500 XT, still wouldn't touch that card. I had my hands on the 4 gigabyte version compared to the 8 gigabyte version, and I can tell you it's going to be about the same thing. That's the reason why I returned it. You would think that, a reviewer would keep a card on their shelf, even though that it didn't work out. I really disliked the 6500 XT. I really disliked it. So that's the reason why I took it back. I did not want it. I didn't want that junk. That'd be me having more junk around here than I really need. But, I'm going to start saving the cards as I accumulate them. Because for the simple fact that you never know when I need to do, a multi-layered benchmarking and stuff like that. But I try to, if I get 2 good cards, I try to keep the comparison between the two of the best of like AMD and NVIDIA. And if I get it down that road, that's what I usually match it to. So, but a one-on-one comparison, I know doesn't seem like a lot, but it helps out a little bit. Maybe I need to go 3. Maybe I need to put Intel in there. Who knows? So let's see. 409, still a little steep. 7 nanometer, 192 bit. This could be, a good card for you if you're looking for Radeon RX 6750 XT 12 gigabyte. Is $400 at least. If you want to compare it to an NVIDIA card like the one I got here, the 4070. If you're trying to compare it to that, I wouldn't really compare the 6750 XT to it. Even though that it's like $125 cheaper, and still wouldn't compare it. Because of the performance between the 6750 XT and the 4070, they're not aligning to each other. Basically, the 4070 is going to be performing better than this one right here. So price-wise, it doesn't make this look like a really good buy. Moving on down the road. Okay, let's see what else. Look at this. A whole Dell PC. If y'all are looking for a whole PC, there you go, right there. A whole PC. It's got an i5 up to 3.6 gigahertz for $259. Now, if you pay $259 for that, you should be shot. Because for the simple fact that if you get the motherboard and processor and you buy it separately from something like this, you could probably get like quadruple the uplift on performance compared to buying just, you're just buying a case. Don't spend $258 just to buy the case. Because I can tell you the parts inside are not really going to be of your liking. So let's move on down the road. 3060, got a 4060 Ti for $500. See, this might be the 16 gigabyte version, but it's only 8 lanes instead of 16. Now, I don't know about y'all. I don't think I'll be buying an 8-lane card compared to a 16-lane card. I would rather have the 16 lanes than the 8 lanes. It might perform, pretty well for what you might like, but for my liking, for $500, I would still go with the 4070. I'm sorry to say, because that's 4.0 x16. That's got all the perks that you would ever want. I mean, if you're looking for a card that's going to go, balls to the wall, then, you might think about going to the 4080 or the 4090. But I would wait until after I see this new rollout that NVIDIA might be coming up with. It's a leak. So, but I'm not going to give away the next video I make. So, we're not going to give that away to you just yet, because we want to see ourselves to make sure that it's something that's going to be worth it. And look, they got a $50 game. Let's say this is a $50 game, and $50, $550. So this makes it down to $500. If you look at it that way, say you get $500 and a free game. If you pay $550, so just say $500 and a free game, $550. So, but still, you get a game with it. Deal, yes, that is a good deal, especially if it's got 3 fans on it. Yeah, I would think about that right there. I would think about it right there. So, but 7900 XTX is still over 1,000. Okay. See, now this is the 4070 OC. But this one I think is a little overpriced. This looks good. This looks bad. So I just passed that one up. I mean, you want to buy a last gen card? That's up to you. But I can tell you that the nightmare that I'm seeing right here is Asus for $100 less would be to have that card at $559. If you want to put triple fans on there, look what Gigabyte does for $549. Okay. What you should have done was you should have put it for $549. And my truth and reality is because I got your OC card right here. Dual fans. But I paid $600 for mine. And that was at factory MSRP. So I paid the MSRP. So this one's below MSRP. This is a better deal. Think about it. You want people to buy something, you have to make it appetizing to them. Don't make it not appetizing to them, because they're not going to buy it. Why would somebody buy a 4060 for $309 when, they can buy a better appetizer for $200 more that has better performance? So that's how you look at it. So going through this a little bit here on Newegg, what else do we got cooking? See, like I said, 6800 XT, for $500, with no deal with it, but it is 16 gigabytes of GDDR6, and it's running neck and neck right now with the 4070. So, that's a good deal. That's a good deal for $500. Okay. Been better if they had it for $450, but they have it for $500. I mean, they got MSI's got it for $500 or $600, but it looks like the Gigabyte one is a better deal. So if y'all are looking for the Gigabyte one, that looks like a better deal to me. Better deal than the 6800 XT, because you get a free game with the Gigabyte one. It might be at $550, but you get a free game, makes it $500. So, You still spend $500 either way. But what would you rather have? I know y'all are saying to me, I'd rather have 16 gigabytes. The game don't mean that much. Well then, there you are, $500. Moving on, moving on, moving on. Let's see, anything good here? Anything good here? Well, they got a 3070 Ti 8 gigabytes, but I doubt you want to buy that. Yeah, 4090, but that's not a good deal. That's a nightmare right there. But it does come with a water block built onto it for $17.99. That brings us to another issue that I'm going to bring up tomorrow too. Looks like overseas is having a little bit of an issue. So I don't know. Okay. Moving on down the road to eBay. eBay. Let's see what eBay has cooking. Let's see. Let's go ahead and click this and type in graphics cards. And we ain't going to go, and we're going to go down here and just put buy it now and see what we got cooking. 4070 Ti. Brand new MSI. 4070 Ti, $686. MSI authorized seller. Hey, there you go. A 4070 Ti. Brand new. $686.61. Might be something you want to look upon. Nope. So you can buy this at a brand new price. ARC 750, 143. Sale off $143. That's not a bad price. 3090 FE, 24 gigabyte GDR6, 719. That's not too bad. Let's see. 3080 OC, 399. It's $400. That's not too bad neither. But like I'm going to tell y'all, watch the description of everything that you buy from here. Make sure you get what you pay for. And if you don't, then you didn't look at the description very carefully. So, see, 1070, no. 40, no. 5700, no. Yes, I'm bypassing through some of these cards because these are the cards you're not going to want. First time buyers not going to want to buy a 2 gigabyte card or a 1 gigabyte card or a 4 gigabyte card. You want to at least keep your direction in between 8 gigabytes and greater. So, but it would be better to get at least 12 gigabytes or greater because that's where the new norm is at 12 gigabytes or greater. So, and soon, maybe next year, it'll be 16 gigabytes or greater. So you want to keep yourself in that curve if you're trying to keep up with the GPU community and what's coming up next, and so on and so forth. So 12 gigabytes GTX Titan, and if you're going to buy NVIDIA, I would stay in the RTX series because that's the better series. You got your 30 series and 40 series and RTX. So let's see. Let's keep moving on down the road. 3070 Ti. No. Nope, nope, nope. 3070, 8 gigabyte, 277. Not too shabby. No. Let's see. I know the 2060 Super might be something somebody might want, but truthfully, I can tell you I'm not impressed with the 20 series. A lot of people are saying the 2080 Super, or there's a special 2080 edition that's supposed to be better. I'm not fascinated with it. But 4080 16 gigabytes for 1089, now that's impressive. Okay. Because that's like, the 7900 XTX at the same price. But you'll get more perks. But the 7900 XTX is 24 gigabytes of VRAM compared to 16. But the 4080 kind of keeps up in the times, like ray tracing and all that. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to weigh between 16 and 24 gigabytes at that point. My opinion, it's kind of hard to weigh between the two. Which one is going to benefit you more? Well, right now I can tell you if I still got 4 gigabytes to spare on a 12 gigabyte 40 series card, then you probably have that same passion to where you'll have that same amount, and you'll think to yourself, why do I need all that VRAM when I'm not going to be using it? Now, someday you might, in the next 3 to 4 years, you might be using up to 24 gigs of VRAM. On full out, you might be using all the way up to that. But I can't see it unless you're running an 8K monitor. 8K or about 8K, I would say. 6 to 8K on your monitor, then I can see you using 24 gigabytes of VRAM. But don't quote me on that, because I'm just telling you off of my thought off the top of my head that, with 2K, I can tell you 12 gigabytes at 2K is a little bit of a struggle. But at 4K, it won't work. So at 2K, so you figure from 2K to 12 gigabytes. So 24 gigabytes, everybody figures 4K would make a good 24 gigabytes. But, and you got 36 and then 48 and so on, then, it all depends. So, but in actuality, 4K at 24 gigabytes is sufficient. Not the best, not the greatest, but it's sufficient. Now, 4K at 12 gigabytes might be a little bit different kind of field. Okay, let's keep moving on down the road. We're pushing our time limits. Let's see. $400 for a 3060 12 gigabyte GDR6 192-bit. Okay, you can buy that for brand new price. That's a nightmare right there. 1070 FE Founders Edition 8 gigabytes. That's if you're like I said, you got your first time builders. That's one. You got your enthusiast. That's two. And you got your collectors, that's three, So you got three different varieties of people that, you got your first time builders and regular builders. Then you got your enthusiast, the ones that like to do the overclocking and everything else. And then you got your collectors that collect all the graphics cards, from A to Z, that has a big old stock of them and stuff that they could do like the enthusiasts can do, but they have all their, all their money wrapped up into buying all those cards. So when we get there, I hope that I'll have all the cards that's been produced. Probably won't, but you never know. But we'll get there. Takes time, takes money. We're working towards it. Be patient. Okay, now, since we've seen eBay, there's nothing that's real. There's only one thing that was really great. Let's go back there really quick that I thought was a deal. Let's go back really quick. Not that. Go back further. Go back further. Okay, right here. The 4070 Ti for $686.61. Okay, I felt this was a deal. And let's look down below. Let's look down below. A brand new, unused, unopened, undamaged item, original packaging, where the packaging is, read more. Packaging should be the same as what is found in a retail store, unless the item is homemade or was packaged by a manufacturer in non-retail packaging, such as an unprinted box or plastic bag. See condition definitions. Okay, so they tell you everything you need to know right here about them and everything else. And let's look at, and it's an authorized seller. Out of all that, 323,385 got 98.8% positive feedback. That's not bad. Got 11 sold in the last 24 hours. Obviously, if you got nothing negative going back to it, then then it looks like it's a good thing. So it's what they say it is. So just to let y'all know that, I wanted to take y'all through that really quick to see that for $686.61, that's not a bad deal. Now, moving on. Now it's time for Micro Center. Let's see. Let's type in Micro Center, see what happens. Alrighty, Micro Center. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna make this clear. None of the, like Amazon, Newegg, eBay, or Micro Center, they're not a sponsor of the channel. Just to let you know. I wish they would become a sponsor. It would make it a lot nicer, but we'll work towards it, and hopefully they see the video and say, okay, well, Jay's a pretty good, decent guy. He posts this every week for how many weeks, and what, we're at 51 weeks, and do that every week. Okay, type in graphics cards. Oh, I forgot something too. Make sure y'all got your drink and snacks with you, by the way. I forgot to do that earlier. I should have done that, and I've kind of forgot. It was a long trip back, but we still made it. Okay, let's see. What Micro Center could ship to you is right here. So let's see. A 4090, no. 4090, no. 4070 Ti. Well, I think you would have been better to go over there to eBay. but it's close. Look, it's close between the two. Okay, one's MSI and the other one, this one's Gigabyte. So you get $800 between the two. Okay, let's see. 70 Ti, 879s. No, 999. If you're gonna spend $800, you might as well go up a couple more $100 and get yourself a 7900 XTX. My opinion, that's what I would do. $100 more, I would go with the 4070, not the 4060 Ti. My opinion, this is too much. Nightmares. Too much. Way too much for a 4060 Ti. 529. No. You can get for 550 a 4070 with the game, and that makes it down to $500. So, you want it when you want to shop smart. That's what I'm going to tell you. You want to see when you shop, you want to shop smart. You don't want to shop, not smart, because then you're left with holding a bag of monkeys or graphics card that's like a box of monkeys, But moving on down the road. Let's see. Anything else that's here? It's a little cheaper to get 6650 XT here. So, that's my opinion on that. Now, let's go over here to the in-store only. Now, the other side, they're available to ship to you, but now we're moving over to the in-store prices only. Okay, that's where you got to go into a Micro Center and shop with them to get the prices. I mean, it would have been nice if they would have put a game. Oh, they did put a game with this. So if you do go into Micro Center and you go into the in-store, you can get the same deal. You can get that same deal that you got over on, what was it, Newegg? I think it was Newegg. Yeah. Looks like Gigabyte's pushing something. So it looks like Gigabyte has the deal of the week. Let's see. I don't foresee paying $2,300 for a card. I'm sorry, don't get me wrong, Micro Center, but anybody can take and get a printout and a wrap put on the front and back of their GPUs. If you don't have a back plate for your GPU, don't put a wrap on it, because you don't want to wrap that board. But if you do got a back plate on it, you can spend like $10-15 and go online, get you a wrap printed and have it sent to you, and then you put the wrap around the GPU, but don't cover the coils. Do understand that. Don't cover the coils. It's got to breathe. So when you do it very carefully. And if you don't know how to do it, make sure you ask somebody, hey, what's the best way of doing this? And then you can do a wrap on the front and back of your GPU. I was thinking about doing that with mine, and if I do it and I find a good site on it, I will take you all along with me on that. So I have been thinking about it, doing a redeco on the GPU. Everybody's like, well, you probably $20-30 you can buy a whole brand new plastic plate and everything else. I know that, but I just don't want to lift the factory seal sticker on it. I'm not ready to do that just yet. I can see if the GPU's out of date, then I can see opening it up. But since it's fairly brand new, I can't really see opening it up right now. and breaking that factory warranty. I can't really see doing that right now. Some people can because they can afford to do that, but right now, I'm happy with just the way it is. So we ain't gonna decide to go anywhere near there anytime soon. So they got right here, they got the 7800 XT, and $500, not bad. 450 would have been better. My opinion, 450 would have been better. So, anything that's really good that is in Micro Center. Look, in order for you to see everything about Micro Center, right? It's best that you go to their store. I'm sure you can Google it and map it and go to their store. Go to their store and spend a day going through everything from A to Z. Make sure you got your notebook with you so you can map out your prices and everything else. And then take a break and sit down and look at all the prices and everything that notes you took down and say, okay, well then I can get this, get this, get this, get this. You can get a whole new PC, so you can build yourself a whole new PC with no problem at all. No problem at all. Okay, now let's go to right here. Conclusion. We got about maybe a couple more minutes to do the conclusion part, but we're going to do it. There are a couple places I've seen really good deals. There are some that I've seen stagnant GPUs. Some I've seen some bad prices, some nightmares in there. I've seen one good deal on eBay. That was one I seen. I seen one good deal on Newegg, and I seen one good deal on Micro Center. So, Amazon had one too. That was the 590 GME. If somebody's looking for a starter card, that's got 2,304 core, and you can't really afford much, that would be a starter card for you to start with. And then save your money up for a real get yourself a really good GPU and then go from that point on. So to start off with, that would be a nice little starter card, especially if you got a low-end CPU with a low-end motherboard, one that's not overclockable or something like that. That would probably do you justice. Might be a good attempt too to try and see if you can use MSI Afterburner with it, with that graphics card. You might have a good luck there and get a little bit of overclocking in on your graphics card too with the 590 GME. That's one. Now the others are kind of sitting still in my mind right now. So they're sitting still for the simple fact that, most of your graphics card now are just sitting level. It's at the point where it's sitting level. But you do have the holidays coming around. Everybody says to me that the prices are going to go down. Okay. Everybody knows that you're going to have a lot of on sales. Yes. But that means the prices for the other graphics cards are going to go up. So the graphics card you might want might go up. You never know. Okay. So if you're looking to shop before, the holiday season really kicks in, after October, that's when it starts kicking in. I can tell you that right now. It starts full barrel. So you're best off to get something now before it happens. As far as the NVIDIA 40 series, there's talk about it. There's leaks that there might be a refresh, that they might put the Super series in there on some of them, like the 4070 Ti Super. or the 4070 Super, or, you know, a 4080 Super, you know, that's what I've been hearing. Okay. It doesn't seem like it really has an appetizer to me right now. That means that the prices just will be sitting in the middle of everything. So basically, let's say you go by MSRP, you do the 4070, then the 4070 Super, then that's $50 more, you know. And then you got the 4070 Ti, and, you know, at its price. And then you got the 4070 Ti Super, which will probably end up being $50 more, maybe $75 more, you know, and stuff like that. So you got to weigh your options as you're going up the scale. Is the 40 series going to be the best thing in the world? I can tell you from my point of view, it is for me. I can't tell you by your point of view because I don't know what your point of view is. But I can tell you from my point of view, I made a good deal when I got my 4070. And it's still rocking along, and I have not had any problems with it. No blue screening, no stalling, no restart of the computer, you know, nothing. So I have been testing it, you know, every chance I get to make sure it's still keeping on target. And so far, I see it's really keeping on target. It has not fell off yet. Has not fallen off yet. Even though that today got a driver update. Just let y'all know that. The 4070 got a driver update. Well, the whole 40 series got a driver update. So the new driver that y'all are going to be wondering what number it is and everything else, I'm gonna let you know in 1 second because I'm gonna pull it up. I keep track of everything, so if I gotta, you know, look backwards or forwards, whatever. Let's see, the new driver that just came out was 545.58. It is October the 17th. Which I wasn't here, so now it's the 20th. So it is out. I have installed it to my PC, and I absolutely see no problems as of yet. So it seems to be running, and I'm happy about it. And you all should too. And that concludes my overview and my conclusion to what we've seen today. So, and if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe. And I still welcome all the new subscribers we got here. Welcome to the community. And my veteran subscribers, as always, much love to you for all that you do, showing, you know, watching the videos from beginning to end and telling your friends to come on down and subscribe. It does help the channel. Just to let you know. But don't forget about tomorrow. We're going to have live video 4 p.m. tomorrow. So do be here for that. And until the next time and the next video, this is JJ on JJ's PC Builds. We will see you on the next one.